A crash in Potrero near the border leaves one dead. What we've learned about the investigation.
A huge homeless encampment here in Escondido cleared out today. Now the city council considering an emergency declaration to keep that area safe.
A 26-year-old father is mauled to death by his 3 dogs while taking a walk in the park. Tonight, the Humane Society is speaking out.
I'm right here by the 8th Street Mall, and I'm looking up, and there's a drone there.
Large drone sightings continue in New Jersey and other parts of the country, and people are sending us videos from right here in San Diego County. We'll show you coming up.
There we go. A popular South Bay park reopens more than 2 years after it was closed over safety concerns.
How to prevent food waste from ending up here at the Miramar landfill over the holiday season.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now. We begin tonight with breaking news. Moments ago, we learned that it was a Border Patrol agent who was killed in that helicopter crash in Potrero today. The agent was a Customs Border Patrol air interdiction agent. That's a separate wing of the CBP. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Richard Allen, in tonight for Carlo Cicchetto. Now, that crash happened around noon today near the southern border in Potrero. CBS 8's Shannon Handy has been out there all day long. She joins us live with the latest on what we know. Shannon?
Yeah, Richard and Marcella, we got that latest information from a CBP spokesperson just about 15 minutes ago. As you guys mentioned, they confirmed that the helicopter involved was a CBP Air and Marine Operations aircraft on a border security mission that crashed due to an aviation mishap, though we do not know what that mishap was. Now, the person who died was a CBP air interdiction agent. They were the pilot and the sole occupant of the aircraft, and they were pronounced dead on the scene. Earlier, near the crash site, we saw a white van leaving, followed by law enforcement and other vehicles with their lights on. It's unclear if that was the coroner's van or something else. Now, to give you some perspective, we shot that video at the end of Round Potrero Road, and that is near where this crash site was. It runs into Soul Valley Ranch, an industrial hemp farm. It's dubbed as a place that makes cannabis products without THC, and it's located 5 miles north of the border. It's unclear if the crash happened on that property, but the ranch was the access point for agencies coming and going from the crash site. In shots captured from our helicopter, you can see the wreckage. You can see the black helicopter with an American flag covering the body of the person who died. Again, the spokesperson says this was not a Border Patrol aircraft, but from Air and Marine Operations, which is part of CBP, but it is a separate division. The spokesperson said that CBP would be releasing more information as it becomes available. As for who this pilot was, we do not know their name. We do also know that the NTSB is investigating this crash, but oftentimes with aircraft crashes, it takes months or even longer to get information about what exactly happened, what caused the crash. But as soon as we learn more information, we, of course, will share that with our viewers. And that is the latest on this deadly helicopter crash. I'll send it back to you guys.
Shannon Handy reporting live. Thanks so much, Shannon. And stay with us for the very latest on the story. We will have any updates posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms or download our free CBS 8 app. Just moments ago, the Escondido City Council voted to ratify an emergency declaration, giving the city the power to clean out a homeless encampment known as the Jungle.
Neighbors have been complaining about this situation for years now and are glad to see the city taking major steps to clean up this area, which has been overrun with trash. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us live from Escondido City Hall, where that vote took place. Steve?
Richard and Marcella, that vote you're talking about was unanimous, and as part of that, the city agrees that it will set aside $4 million to keep that area safe. They say a lot of that money will go toward fencing. Now, the mayor says he is sensitive to the situation out there, but he also says the people who live around Escondido Creek need to feel safe.
This is the beginning of the process for the environment to be restored. This is relief for those who live in that area who have been victims of endless crime over the last 10 years and who are concerned about fires being lit down there and spread into the mobile home park and the surrounding community.
Around 8 this morning, police and public works employees told the people who were living at the creek that they had to leave. And here is some of what was left behind. You can see mounds of trash, and they say what you can't see here is human waste, to the point where bacteria levels in the creek's water were, in one case, 23 times higher than what's considered safe for human contact. In all, they say 52 people were contacted today living in that area. 36 of them said they would accept resources, but I can tell you only 5 actually asked for shelter, and all 5 of them were given a place to stay.
Escondido needs to start directing more of its efforts to finding additional shelter space, and that is my commitment to you all and to the community.
Among those living in that area,
I've been scrambling to try and tack.
Donald Broyhill, he says he's lived there, the area nicknamed the jungle, for a year, and is disappointed by the city's actions today.
There's all the stigma about the homeless and the dangers, but when it gets down to it, we all band together at the end of the day. We take care of each other. We look out for, make sure we all eat and they're all getting safe.
As for what's next, you saw in that drone video all of the trash out there. They said it's going to take a good week to clean it up. Then after that, they'll start putting the fencing up. They also say that it's a pretty tough situation out there, but they're doing the best they can. And at this point, they say they just need to do what is safe for the folks out there, especially when it comes to that creek and all the contamination in there, which they do clarify is not part of the drinking water system here in Escondido, but still it is a popular creek up here.
All right, Steve Price, thanks so much, Steve. Trial continued today for a woman accused of driving drunk and killing 2 people in National City. Now, prosecutors say that Taish Baltis had a blood alcohol content 2 times the legal limit when she hit 15-year-old Jessica Talamonte and her stepfather, Brian McKee, in June of 2022. Today, the jury heard from 2 witnesses, one who works with Mothers Against Drunk Driving and another who works with an East County DUI program. Baltis attended programs run by both groups as part of her initial DUI she was charged with back in 2020. Now, because of that prior conviction, Baltis faces a tougher punishment under what's known as a Watson clause. She's charged with 2 counts of murder and faces up to 30 years to life in prison. We're told she's expected to testify at some point during the trial. And the owner of 3 XL bully dogs who was mauled and killed by the animals in a Mira Mesa park has now been identified. 26-year-old Pedro Ortega was walking with his 4-year-old son when the attack happened. CBS 8's David Gottfredson spoke with Humane Society officers about this investigation.
So that's the blood smudge.
Rich and Kevin Pratt showed me doorbell video of one of 3 dogs that fatally attacked their owner Friday in Mesa Viking Park in Mira Mesa.
Look at this big red pit bull.
The dog wandered into their garage right after the attack, covered in blood with wounds from a taser that police had used on the animal.
He was a large XL bully, probably brown normally, but looked red because of all the blood and taser darts in him.
A memorial now marks the spot where the owner, 26-year-old Pedro Ortega, was attacked as he walked with his unleashed dogs around noon on Friday with his 4-year-old son. The boy was not injured, but Ortega died at the hospital.
That must be very brutal for the kid. That would be traumatic.
A Good Samaritan who tried to stop the attack also was injured. San Diego Humane Society police officers were able to capture 2 of the dogs, but the 3rd dog ran away and was later caught. The Humane Society says all 3 of the dogs were euthanized.
An XL bully breed is not exactly a breed in its own. It's a mix of large Mastiff-type bully breeds.
Lieutenant Regina Price with the Humane Law Enforcement says they don't know what started the mauling.
There's footage of the owner walking to the park with the dogs. As of now, we have not located footage to show what exactly happened.
There were 3 pit bulls, 2 brown, 1 white.
This jogger says he saw the dog owner the day before the attack in the same park, surrounded by children playing nearby.
For me, I think it's just irritation. There's always a bunch of little kids running around here.
I mean, there's a bunch of dogs always playing unleashed.
That officer told me she couldn't remember the last time there was a fatal dog attack in San Diego County, and she's been with the Humane Society for 12 years. In Mira Mesa, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks so much, David. Governor Gavin Newsom unveils a plan he says will expand job opportunities for Californians.
We'll have those details coming up.
Yeah, bro, they're here now. They were in Temecula, now they're here.
Plus, the drone sightings reported here in San Diego amid growing national concern.
And what lawyers for TikTok are asking from the U.S. Supreme Court.
We are talking about some cool temperatures for tonight. Santa Ana winds back in the forecast starting tomorrow. Warmer than usual afternoon temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday, and we cool off by the weekend. Details are ahead.